Of that play. States up 44-22 midway through the third. Here's Thompson. Hand off to Cousins. And Cousins
up in 96. What are some of your memories of your first go-round in 96 with the red, white, and blue?
For me at that time.
You're being a lot kinder. He said earlier he wishes he got more playing time. He's not sure why.
Well, I don't know. That's just the way these teams go. I was fortunate to start, but he didn't. I know you should have played. He should have played.
Couple of years ago, and now it's deemed the golden guard,
and they can shoot the basketball. So they're dominated more threes. In our game, we were more dominant in the inside. It was an inside-outside game. Now it's an outside-inside game. So they shoot a lot of threes, and a lot of fans are really hyped on the three-point shooting. So the guards are dominating the ball, and they're scoring a lot of points. We got a lot of point guards in the NBA that right now that can score the ball. They were really naturally twos when they was in college, and now they just turned into ones in the pros, and they can score the basketball.
How are the Chicago fans treating you so far tonight?
United States run, and the U.S. leads it now 50-22. It has not been a thing of artistry for the U.S., and that ends the run with the three-pointer from number 8, David Kubian, Jimmy Butler's former teammate at Marquette. No Chris Paul, for instance, no LeBron James type. Kyrie Irving is certainly more of a scoring type point guard.
James, both in 2008, 2012. Guys that can sort of take over and be leaders, run the offense, really are quarterbacks on the floor. Kyle Lowry, great player. Obviously, Kyrie Irving, a great player as well. But they're more of scoring point guards, as Gary Payton alluded to. And that's the one sort of
assists in this game, 9 of each, despite the big lead on an overmatched Venezuela squad. I mentioned off the top, Venezuela's going to be one of the long shots in Rio in just their second ever Olympics. Here's John Cox. Got hot in the
not having that point guard. If I'm being
absolutely, and that's what folks have to do with this kind of roster is nitpick, because clearly the United States enjoys an embarrassment of riches when it comes to basketball talent. And by far the deepest reservoir of talent available in the world. When you start to look at this.
And so that consistency with a little bit of a different roster and a different makeup.
Carmelo Anthony among the Americans having a tough shooting night tonight. He's just 2 of 10. Free throw gives him 6 points. The U.S. has missed 9 free throws among the other sloppy elements of this game tonight. Just 13 of 22 from the free throw line. Here's Kubian. Gets it back in front of Melo. He'll try the 3 off the front rim. Cousins has the rebound.
Well, Carmelo Anthony has a mismatch down below. Things on the free throw line was a point of emphasis for Coach K.
Venezuela substituted out Kubian for the bigger Dwight Lewis. Offensive rebound for Butler now. Back to Melo and down to Butler. The hometown Chicago Bull over Vargas. And too strong.
Going to live it inside on the offensive. And sometimes as a coach, you're not mad. Look, we got to play. And obviously the win is here, but they just haven't played well. It's about playing up to their standards. And thus far, they probably haven't, Team USA.
I don't think there's any question about that. And the United States will obviously face some better opponents in Rio, but this is a good lesson in what their defense can do for them, because offensively there's just been no flow for them, and they haven't shot the ball well.
A little bit, but
Vargas off on the free throw, but Venezuela maintains possession. Rebound by Wendy Glatterol. Vargas, the hero of the FIBA Americas tournament last year, with the free throw that sent Venezuela to its second ever Olympics. Shot is off at the buzzer by Dwight Lewis. Back comes the United States with Durant handling. Down to Butler. Steps outside the three-point line. Looked like he was trying to get it to Cousins. Instead, kicks it out to Kyrie Irving.
Mismatch there. Carmelo Anthony.
Irving over the top, no. Cousins, no. But he's fouled.
Starting to shoot some more three-pointers on the offensive end, but
he has 8 rebounds to go with 5 points so far. The United States just hasn't shot the ball well with the jumper tonight. Just 2 of 22 from three-point range. including 0 for their last 14. Here's Vargas. Throttle roll, showed shot, put it on the floor. This is on the runner. Cousins with his 9th rebound. Durant fouled before he could get a shot up.
And really effectively taking the crowd out of the game, and obviously they're sticking to the game too. And Venezuela's had some open looks.
Yeah.
I mean, they've had open looks. They haven't been able to convert. But when you play a team like this, you have to almost junk the game up. You have to have some strategy. When you're outmanned against a very talented team, you have to figure out a way to control the clock, control tempo, and obviously be effective on both ends of the floor.
You got to hit shots like that. Vargas could not connect. Jose Vargas for 3. That'll fall. Venezuela picks up a 3 instead of a 2. Still down by 23 here in the final moments of the 3rd quarter. Melo to Cousins. Might have traveled again. That one was not called. And it goes over the left shoulder for the bucket. His first made field goal of the night. Cousins now with 7 points and 10 rebounds for Team USA. It's a 25-point lead. Final seconds here of the 3rd quarter. Vargas poked free by Irving. Butler around the back. He'll pull up for 3 at the buzzer. And it's short like so many others.